There's a PoE react that a lot of people tell me I need to watch Zizaran's video. So
hi, Zizaran here with a video, and this is going to be about the Val ruins mechanic. I would like to preface this video with, if you're really loving the mechanic and having fun with it, just don't watch this video, because I never want to be the guy that's like, oh my god, stop having fun. But this is going to be like a feedback video, and I don't really like the mechanic, so this is going to be what I like and don't like.
Sounds like he's a bit of a hater, bro. Not gonna lie, sounds like he's a bit of a hater. But no, he's gonna. I bet you he's gonna be totally right. He's gonna be. This new league mechanic is fucking ass. So let's see what his points are. I hope he talks about the portal inside the portal mechanic, where it feels way too weighty and the rewards feeling complete cancer, and then the mechanic itself just being a little bit aids to go through, and then on top of that, the mobs, the way they scale, they do just multiply more damage, and they just want you. I think it's gonna. I'm not gonna pause. Let's listen.
About the mechanic. Now they have just launched a patch which are fixing some of the bugs.
Okay.
Like, we did have co-op bugs where basically some of the rooms just wouldn't work in co-op. They were just not rewards and stuff. So that's good. So there are some changes coming. And regardless of any feedback, obviously, like, GDD does play the game themselves and are seeing everything. So I think they'll do a good job of fixing it. But for me, this mechanic was extremely not it. And I did give it, like, this is what, like 4? Until I made a feedback video, which I didn't need to on Abyss.
GGG, bro. You could have fixed the game in 4 days, bro. Zizaran GGG gave you 4 days. You had 4 days, brother. You didn't fix it in 4. Nah. You're getting cancelled, homie.
Right? Abyss, pretty much first 20 seconds of interacting with it, I was like, oh, this league mechanic is it.
True.
The way we interact with it and stuff, I do think that is fine. I think, like, systematically, or like, I don't know what to call it, but like, I think the mechanic can be fine. But right now, it makes me like kind of angry to engage with the mechanic. So I had a really nice temple set up. A lot of things just aren't super clear. They just aren't super clear. The least intuitive mechanic I've ever seen. I thought it would be very like, here are the rooms, and then we have one upgrade room that upgrade every room within the vicinity, right? Like, I thought the dynamo would just upgrade anything. But
have you logged into Loop Hero, bro? Did he not play Loop Hero yet? Has he not tried that? Because he probably should have logged into Loop Hero.
it's like, well, the dynamo upgrades these rooms, but only within this range. And then you have, like, this room upgrades that room,
issue, bro.
but not this room. And this room upgrades that room. And it's extremely unintuitive. I thought it would be like, the dynamo is the room upgrader. You put the dynamo near things, it upgrades this, well, every room. That would have been a lot more intuitive to me. And obviously, I play a lot, so I've started figuring it out.
It's called Mastery, Zizaran. It's called Mastery.
I'm starting to get a rough idea.
I did not have this. This was not the issue that I had with it at all. So it's interesting that he's even bringing this up, but okay.
Yeah, on how everything works. But, you know, PoE 2 is supposed to be a lot more streamlined. One of the big reasons why they made PoE 2 is that PoE 1 is too complicated, too complex.
Bro, this isn't D4, Zizaran. Okay, it's not +1 room to every room. It's not D4. With the plus, it's got one thing on it though. It's got what? It's got 2 things on it. Why is it upgrading?
PoE 2 a little bit more streamlined and easier to understand. This is the opposite of that. This is harder to understand. And then I'd built quite a decent room, and I was about to get my first like armor replace thing, and I was like, well, I have the architect in this one. Let's just try killing the architect and see what that's like, and just hope that it doesn't take that room. Killing the architect wiped my entire temple. Every single room. Not some of it.
Yo,
all of it.
Spoiler!
Stare.
Spoiler, Zizaran! Oh, he's pissed. I mean, now he knows, right? Oh, look at him. He's fucking mad. Look at it. He's mad. He's emailing Mark right now. You fucking do this? Did you fucking do this to Zizaran GGG? You dare take the temple from Zizaran GG? You fucking coded that shit into the game without notifying me beforehand?
I need to go for a walk. I need to go for a walk.
Ooh.
I thought it would just wipe some of it. That there was this like, yeah, killing the architect is risky because you can reset the majority of your dungeon. It reset every single tile. So I had like, this entire thing was filled. And I was like, well, fuck. And then somebody in chat was like, well, that doesn't always happen. You were lucky. I was like, I had to leave for 10 seconds. I was like, I cannot believe it removed every single room. So that was frustrating. And then obviously after killing the architect, you start getting, you get 3 of these rooms. So you can get like lineage gem vault, augment gem vault, extraction chamber. So this is to like pull something out of an item. I haven't actually gotten to any of these yet, but they seem pretty okay, and I'm sure they will be rewarding. But these are also extreme effort.
Bro, this was literally Ziz. This was literally Ziz. This is what happened when his architect deleted his rooms, bro. He just fucking went mental, bro. He cut that part out of the video, bro, straight up.
These are extreme effort. Compare this to Abyss, which it's the obvious comparison, right? We just had a really big popular league that everybody liked. So obviously the new mechanic is...
I'll be honest, Abyss, like if I'm comparing this to Abyss, like speaking as a campaign god, I did the campaign 700 times last league, did campaign 700 times this league. Abyss was like the highlight. It was the highlight. It was optimizing every piece of gear, every item. You was interacting with it like crazy. You were super excited. You see the Abyss, you go into the hole. It was like scary. I didn't like the black shit that was on the ground. But, you know, the crafting on that shit was so potent, so good, so fun, so useful for leveling, and it felt so good. Now, let me tell you, halfway through my campaign sessions, going through all the campaigns, I just straight up stopped doing the temple because it was such a waste of time, and it was so fucking rippy. And on top of that, it was just not that fun to do, bro. Like, compared to Abyss, this is, Abyss is a 10. This league mechanic's a 1. Like, it's literally 1/10 as fun and as good and as useful. Yeah. Like, I would go into the Abyss even though it was rubby just because of how good the rewards were. And that would feel good to get. Like, every time you loot one of those little collarbone things and every time you loot one of those armor modifying things, let's go, bro. Let's go.
Going to be compared to the old mechanic. Is this as rewarding for my time? Is it fun? Is it enjoyable? Those are the 3 things players are going to care about. Yep. And right now, this league mechanic is none of that. The level 1 and level 2 rooms have no reward, do nothing, and they are incredibly tedious. It's almost like, just like our time investment in the mechanic is not accounted for, right? With Abyss, you are already in the map. Right, you're already like doing other stuff, and you're encountering Abyss. You do it, and then you carry on doing other stuff. Here, we have to like build these up, and building them up, I thought would be a lot more. I literally thought you could just run through 60 of them and then do a temple session, which it's not that easy. You like kind of can, but you do have to go in and out, and it's a bit less streamlined than I thought. I thought I could just do like a 2 or 3 hour temple session, which seems a little less intuitive to do than I thought as well. But then even just like the time walking between the rooms, there's not that much density, and I'm hoping this is just a massive skill issue on my part, but I do not see how this remotely will compare to Endgame map blasting with 3 waystones. Obviously I was doing like the Abyss sort of like
okay, let's not get those Abyss nodes in that when Abyss League came out, that shit was cooked. Whenever that shit was cooked, that was ridiculous. So let's not compare it like this. Don't compare that to the maps with Abyss. Do you guys remember? You guys remember Abyss during Abyss League, where you go on your map and it was so ridiculous. Like, it was like every square inch of the fucking map was covered in monsters, and it was lagging your computer out, and you couldn't see anything. And then you would fucking do an AoE spell, and like 50 items would spawn. It was dumb. It was dumb. I thought it was ridiculous. You know.
Unintended Abyss tablet thing yesterday, which just got nerfed. I got 2 perfect exalts in one map. Now, obviously, that's nerfed already, wasn't intended.
Good.
I get that.
Good enough.
I mean, I was saying that while doing it. I was like, oh, this is nerfed before I go to bed. But yeah, this is crazy. It's so hard to upgrade rooms to level 3, which is really frustrating. Because I, at its core, love the mechanic. Like, I loved Synthesis. I loved Incursion for roughly 2 weeks. Incursion was actually my favorite league mechanic ever, but it just has no replayability.
Always hated Incursion. Always hated Synthesis myself, to be fair with you. Always hated those. Dude, do you know what I get vibes from in this mechanic? It's super weird. I get like they combine Synthesis and they combine fucking Lake of Piss League, Calandra League. And what I mean by that, Calandra League had the same sort of mob scaling, where the mobs would get more and more difficulty applied to them the further you went out into the lake of piss, and then the mobs would just get to the point where they're just one-shotting you, and it was just dumb as hell, and I hated it. And that's how it feels like with the monster effectiveness. I don't know, whatever the fuck's going on in there. I hate it. I would prefer that the monsters stay the same as normal. Whatever tier map you're in, they stay the same as that. But like as you scale it up, there's just more density or more like unique monsters or more chests that you click on that give you more loot. Not like, oh yeah, they just arbitrarily do more damage and then they just kill you instantly. Because it's bullshit. Because do you know what happens? Mobs like that. Do you know what it does? It nerfs life builds and buffs ES builds. Because guess what? Whenever they do larger singular hits, they penetrate your armor more because they're doing larger hits. So then you get less ER. Whereas the ES character doesn't matter. They just tank it. It's just a flat amount. They just lose blue bar. So it's just like another way of nerfing armor builds by making like mobs super, super potent like that. It's dog shit.
Ability, right? Incursion is just...
Well, whatever the fuck's on. Okay, maybe the mobs in there are just overtuned then. I got one shot by the mobs in there. Okay, maybe they're just overtuned in there. Maybe it's not some difficulty multiplying thing. Whatever's going on with the mobs in this fucking temple, there's some bullshit going on.
A very dull mechanic once you've done it. So after 2 weeks, I was like, oh, I'm so bored now. And I think this can have a lot more replayability because like the rewards can be a lot better, I think. But they really need to make it a lot more intuitive to upgrade rooms to level 3. That just needs to be a lot better. I would say the reward investment for my time right now needs to be 5 times higher than what it currently is.
Sure.
This is a hard skip for me.
Five times, Mark. And Jonathan, what the fuck? Zizaran's gonna fucking cancel you so hard, bro.
Just like a very whatever thing to do.
Holy shit.
Another thing that I found was annoying was they did say in the podcast that like every mod could be removed, but there are exceptions. So something that would have been one of the biggest chase items of the season, a Mask of the Stitch Demon with no cannot have energy shield. Well, this one can't be removed specifically. So that does suck a little bit. They have made exceptions. This would have been like a Mage Blood level chase unique, which would have been super cool. And they could have just made it like maybe low weight. Maybe it's just like a 5% chance it removes that one. But I think that was a little bit of a disappointment for me. And I looked at the uniques. And at least at a first glance, I was like, there are none of these that I'm super excited about. Even the Adorned one. The Adorned one obviously will be really...
I think what he's saying is fine. I think, dude, you can put any power of item in the game as long as you make it rare enough. So... I mean, he's saying reduce the weight. So they can make it like you can remove that mod, but it's a 1% chance it removes the mod. If they want it, right? If they want to, fair enough. Oh, fair enough. They can do it. I think that's honestly better design. If they're going to have these value uniques where you can remove mods, don't make some shit that you arbitrarily cannot remove. Unless it tells you an interface cannot be removed when you hold down Alt or something. Just weight it super, super low to remove the fucking good shit. Right, just weight it super fucking low.
Hard in solo self-fun. I'm sure there will be some. I also tried Ziri.
What the fuck is putting spoilers in there? No, bro. No, bro. I don't want to get out of here, bro.
And this can gain bonuses from Soul Chorus, as it was always something else as well. So it's not just instead of, it's on top. So you get 6 Soul Chorus that affect chest and a glove, or chest and a helmet, chest and a boot, etc. That is super cool. This is such a cool...
I'm gonna be there like tomorrow or some shit, by the way. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. You saying I'm never gonna get there? I'm gonna get there tomorrow, bro. Okay.
Item. I'm very worried that it'll see less use and maybe be unusable in hardcore. It depends on the build, I'm sure. But it doesn't have a...
+1 to all corrupted skill items. Pretty good. Only soul cores can be sold in this item. Okay, yep. Soul core. So you got like res and shit. Okay, whatever. This item gains bonuses from soul to soul cores as though it was a shield. Oh, interesting. So you need to look at the shield buffs for soul cores. 19 auras. That's a candy dandy. Decent. It's got fucking decent as fuck armor and decent evasion and decent ES. Skills from corrupted gems have a 50% of mana cost converted to life costs. That's not bad. It's like a bonus. It's like a bonus, bro. That's potent as fuck, bro. That's strong as hell. I mean, you got to go to Cancer fucking ultimatum or whatever. But, yeah.
Ton of energy shield. It has no life. Actually does have decent amounts of armor and evasion. But I do wish that it was a little beefier. because this is like, you know, Azeri, it's something I would consider like kind of endgame, even though it's a very easy boss. It is an incredible armor.
Easy boss.
Do you know what? I'm probably wrong. It probably is good enough.
Easy boss.
It is very cool, and Soul Course is strong. I wonder if
he
you
is
can
saying
get...
that because he's saying that because if he types /death, it's gonna say like 15, bro. He's just saying that because if he types /death, it's gonna say 15. Oh, it's an easy boss. Yeah, it's easy boss on softcore group found, bro. Yeah. Okay, we'll see about that. I will decide if the boss is easy.
a 7 socket by corrupting it. I guess it wouldn't work because it would break the UI, but that'd be so cool. I think it's a really cool double corrupt target too. If I had anything good, I don't think I've had anything.
Whoa, what the fuck, man? Why the fuck did he keep putting fucking spoilers in his video? Spoiler warning, Zizaran. Spoiler warning.
Decided to try to find something good for that. I might just slap it on Covenant because they can remove the base cost thing. That's kind of cool. These, I think, will be exciting. Not 100% sure how they work yet. And these are.
That's my only goal. Like, now that I've completed the campaign, Ultra Ethical, my new goal will be kill Azeri. Do I continue? I don't know if I want to continue Ultra Ethical or not at this point. So now we're done Ultra Ethical to maps. I don't know if I want to stop Ultra Ethical now to get and just go for Azeri, non-Ultra Ethical. Because if I go Ultra Ethical, I'm probably just going to just get knocked down on a map and just die to white mobs. Legit. I think it's probably better to just not have to do the campaign again and just get Azeri. Right, just get Azeri. Let's get to the sex scene, boys. To the sex scene. We'll have to say.
Exciting, especially for me since I want above 20 quality. That's probably my initial thoughts on the mechanics so far. So to summarize, I would love to have it be way more intuitive to upgrade to level 3. Maybe less deletion of the entire fucking temple. I don't know if you should ever have a chance to delete 100% when you do Azeri or the Architect. And I definitely see... They did talk about this in the podcast, but they did say that this will probably end up being similar to Betrayal, where you are just ignoring Azeri and ignoring the Architect and doing the rest of the temple. I don't know if that's a good thing. Especially, obviously they were aware of it, but I don't know. That seems frustrating design to me. It's crazy that it like... Do you know what they need is something you do in the temple that can protect rooms. That would instantly make the mechanic a lot better. Like maybe the
Why is he not talking about the portals? I don't understand. Does he not care about the portals? Maybe he's just got an ultra strict loop filter on because he's on softcore trade league. Why is he not talking about the portals? Like, bro, there is... I don't know. Wait, what do you say? Medallions. Wait, people are saying...
No, do you know what they need is something you do in the temple that can protect rooms. That...
Oh, they have that. They have that, right? They said that in the podcast. They said that in the podcast. I remember that in the podcast. He said they said that. He said there was no. It was even in the announcement video, I believe. They even showed it. Common too.
Would instantly make the mechanic a lot better.
Yes,
like maybe the Architect should have on top of the 3 rooms, you get to protect 2 rooms that just don't go away, so that you can continue farming them. Like this is just such a crazy large time investment with relatively to our time investment, no reward. And a lot of these things are sellable. Oh, actually, there was one thing I wanted to bring up. The Regal rooms, Exalted rooms, etc. These are not something you can take.
Why not? Dude, preach, Zizaran. Speaking as a campaign gamer, this was so dog shit. It was so dog shit. And it best, you loot the fucking thing that lets you craft the item. And then you take it back with you. And then you go back to your bank where you've got your items that you're crafting. And then you craft it when you want to craft it. This one here. Oh, yeah. You can't pull in and out of the fucking instance because some pop-up comes up. And then if you do, you have to, like, find a checkpoint and run back. It's complete cancer, complete dog shit. And then you have to put it in there like some old school harvest fucking mechanic where you're running around with fucking 15 blues in your bag. And then you can't even store stuff that you drop on the ground because you can't portal back. It's cancer age. Speaking as a campaign gamer, unplayable to the point where it became not worth going in. Like, when I am a tryhard, ultra-ethical, HCSF gamer, I'm not doing this mechanic. You know this mechanic sucks dick. You know what sucks dick. It just is literally, you are better off with your time to just run around, just control, click a zone, and run it a second time than you are to do this lead mechanic. That's how bad it is. when you're doing fucking when you live like the fact you cannot take it, bro, and pull it back, insane.
Guess they said that
Unplayable.
they didn't want you during the campaign to just save these for maps. Well, I'm in maps now, and I still can't take them. That is crazy. That is crazy. I could understand that if it was a tier 2 or tier 3 Exalted Orb, that it's like, yeah, you can't pull out this tier 3 Exalted Orb, but you can use it on a piece of gear. That's kind of cool. These are tier 1 Exalted Orbs, so these are just not rewarding and completely ignored. They could change it to be tier 2 or tier 3 Exalted Orbs. That's exciting. Or they could just let us pull it out. Because we can pull it out.
I feel like you failed you could tell like the real litmus test is like, do the players skip the league mechanic in the campaign after they've done it a few times? If they do, it's a failed league mechanic. Like it's just not balanced correctly. It doesn't tell you if it's fun or not fun or whatever. What it means is it's definitely not fun, right? Because if it was like really fun, even if it was not rewarding, people would probably still do it. But like it means that definitely it's probably not fun and most certainly not rewarding. Because people will do the most it could be like the most unfun, cancer rage, dog shit, trash mechanic ever. But if it gave you like the most insane rewards, people would all do it. Which means it's just the balancing is just off. It's just off.
Everything else, like Vaal Orb, etc. But even alchemies you can't pull out. And you can't use them on maps. So, at least when I got the alchemy bench, I was like, I don't have any gear to alch, but I'll put it on a map. No, it's only equipment.
TCMD maps, yeah.
Overall,
yeah, TCMD
Earth
maps
is definitely one of my least favorite league mechanics that I've ever seen. But I think it's extremely fixable. And I do remember something Mark brought up on a podcast once too, and he said, like, it's fine when people don't like mechanics and like leagues, but hopefully people feel like we can always fix them. And that's definitely the case for me. I'm not too worried about them not fixing it, and maybe a little bit worried about them not fixing it before they are on a Christmas break, which they do deserve.
The thing is, it's scary. It's scary. This is the scary part. They said this is like the standard for like what a league is and what it can be and what they this is they reckon this was the first league with like, yo, this league, it's the league, bro. This is those other leagues we did. Yeah, they weren't really. We kind of sped run them. They were half cooked, half done. And this one here is the big deal. And then it's like legit way worse than the majority. To be fair, I put this league mechanic is about the same tier as the Wisp mechanic. And I fucking hate the Wisp mechanic and I skip it every time. I never engage. I actively avoid the Wisps. They never run them. So I put it on the same tier as the Wisp mechanic. Now, I believe there's some story content in this game, and there's some titties and some ass. So now, that maybe might bring it... I need to go into the endgame and unlock the astery scene, and maybe that will change my mind. We'll have to see.
But yeah, I'm sorry that I'm a bit ranty and a bit unhappy about this mechanic, but for me, this league mechanic was extremely not it, which sucks because Synthesis was my favorite league ever. So... hopefully, this just gets made better, and it becomes a super fun mechanic.
True.
But either way, I am quite enjoying the season, quite enjoying the league, just not the league mechanic itself. I'm having a lot of fun with Bear, having a lot of fun playing Medium Core with my friends. For those that haven't been paying attention, we're doing Medium Core, where when we die, we delete an item and the wheel chooses, and it's been super entertaining. It's made me play very differently than normal, take a lot more risks, build a squishier build, and just... it's super fun. So yeah, hope you guys are all enjoying. Thanks for watching all the videos and stuff.
That's cool.
Some if you like it, but more importantly, try to die less than I do.
Zizaran GGG out. Good video, guys. Good video. Good video. I think he didn't harp on some of the worst aspects of that much, but overall, definitely agree with what he's saying in his messaging. They need to make that mechanic needs to be made way better from a like anti-cancer point of view of like just portals working, looting items, and then also a fucking fun factor of like it needs to be fun as well, and then a reward factor of it needs to be a bit more rewarding. I don't know about 5x. Like let me see, you go into a room and there's just 5 exalted orbs. Like you just do that would be pretty insane, right? You got like 5 regals, 5 exalts. Fucking, you got like 5. That would get kind of crazy. Shit. So these, there it is. Rewards equal fun. Well, it's both. It's both. It's both. It's annoying as hell. If you have to go into the league mechanic and deliberately take a bunch of items around with you that fill up your inventory space, And then you cannot actively go in and out of League Mechanic easily because there's some weird portal gimmick where you can't portal in and out, and you can sort of, but there's like a door where you go through, and it's just like, it reminds me of going, you know, when you're in Act 3 and you need to go, and you're playing an Agarat, you know that area when you go through the time portal, and then you just want to go back to town. But you can't just go back to town. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't. You got to teleport back. Then you got to go through the portal. And you got to talk to the guy. You got to do that. And you got to go back. And it's like that, except you have to grab shit and bring it with you. So it's like, ick. To the point where you just don't want to do it. But yeah, overall, good video. No, PvP is great. And the League's awesome. And Druid's awesome. Honestly, the Druid's like, I might even be a Druid main.